Sagittarius Collective, welcome, welcome. I'm Nikki, your local vegan tarotist, and we're going to do a quick love check-in reading for singles. Happy birthday to anybody. We are in your season. Today is December 15th, so maybe you won't, maybe this person's going to be your birthday twin, or they're a fellow Sagittarian. Maybe you're going to meet them on your birthday. Maybe something important about that. I mean, your birthday is always important, though, so whenever it is. Ooh, we got a lot going on here for the masculine. You could be a cusper or dealing with a Scorpio, but I cleansed the air with 3 bell rings for Libra's reading, and then I forgot. I jumped right into Scorpio. It was like boom, boom, boom. Very exciting offers coming out there. Very solid stuff. And here it's like the masculine has a lot to say, because we've got a lot of cards coming out here. So we have the Ace of Wands. This is the phallic symbol. You know, y'all are pretty sexual. But this is new, inspiring love. We have the, Two of Cups and the King of Cups. Could have some water placements here, but this is a very emotional exchange. And the 3 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles is, I always get like the eloping, the secret marriage. There's something very private or very kind of hush-hush about this connection. So you might be kind of moving in silence with this connection. And see, these people are here with their 2 cups, which also gives me eloping. It's like Braveheart, where they sneak off into the woods because the eyes, there's like eyes. So wherever you meet this person, there might be too many eyes around you, so you may go into hiding or secret or privacy. It's okay. There's nothing seedy or bad about it. But you see this red lion with the wings. Could be a Leo involved here, but this is like the divine lion. Maybe something with 8-8, the Lion's Gate portal. Maybe you're gonna watch Lionsgate movies, right? If you look at that, Universal Studios, Lionsgate, DreamWorks, right? We know that, right? You could both be into kind of like conspiracy theories. You might discuss this kind of stuff, and maybe that's why you gotta like go, because wherever you are, like, people, if they overheard your conversation, they might be like, what the hell are they talking about? But it's Hollywood and they and them and the powers that be and all that stuff, right? Jim Carrey, Capricorn, January 17th. You know, he talks about that. Those kind of entities are tapped into the same source of power and magic, right? So there's a difference between light and dark magic. And so you, with the Ace of Wands here, it's like both of you are master crafters of your reality. And so you might talk about that. I feel like this is going to be a very intense first meeting, but we have the 4 of Swords here. Not sure why that's here. It's maybe you do a lot of meditation. You might be dreaming of this person. This is rest, rejuvenation, peace. Somebody who just wants peace. If you've ever been, which is interesting for Sagittarian energy, because y'all are very seldom still. But you move in a way that brings you peace. And this person liked it the way you move. And we got the 3 of Pentacles again. So that's confirmation for that. Yeah, you're collaborating. You know, you could do some sort of sculpting, painting, sketching, drawing, tattooing, chiseling. You know, this is all hands. So whatever you do, you work with your hands. And there's this sort of, we're working together. It's collaborative. We're working together. And see, it's like with the 2 of Cups and both of these 3s of Pentacles, Sometimes I would get a third party I might think there's a third party situation here, but I feel like this is the divine entity that is overseeing this connection that's for it. You know, your angels, your spirit guides, your spiritual team, they're all like, yes. Because see, they're listening here with the, you know, like, I also get the you know, the cup phone, the string. But it's like this, there's like eavesdroppings, you know, it's secrets. There's something secret. Somebody sharing a secret. It could be like a, you know, secret admirer or something like that, but people talking about you, talking about this connection. Let's give them something to talk about. A little mystery to figure out. Let's give them something to talk about. How about love? 10 of Cups. That's it. That's it. I'm done. Goodbye. No. That's what we want here, right? 10 of Cups, 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, you know? That's what we like. It's growing old together and building something. We have the Ace of Swords. So we have the Ace of Wands and Ace of Swords. You're going to have to talk about this connection. There's a lot of chemistry here. Wands are for chemistry, and swords are for communication. So there's going to be a lot of talk about that. Could be a lot of wordplay, foreplay. There's something mystical and exciting about the way that you exchange words. 4 of Cups. Yeah, you're done dating. 4 of Cups in reverse. That's somebody who's still like receiving love offers and stuff. Nope, not anymore, because it's here to clarify the lovers. You found your person. That's also the Star, healing, Aquarius energy. That reminds me of the Land Before Time. What is Land Before Time? What production company made them? If you know, let me know. I'm gonna say I'll look it up, but I'm pretty certain I'll forget. It'll come to me at 3 a.m. or something, and I'll be like, oh yeah, Land Before Time. But we're Sarah, maybe the name's Sarah, but she's the Triceratops. You know, she's very bullheaded. You could be dealing with a Taurus, but you know, she's kind of we have the Emperor here, so the masculine they know that this is their person. They know this is their feminine. But she's kind of a punk, you know? But it's because she was bullied. It's because she wasn't really, she just grew up in a type of, maybe somebody grew up in an environment where they didn't really express emotions, or they never had a safe place to be soft, right? So this feminine feels like they could be a little bit tough or hard or rough around the edges, but, you know, where she's like, I found it, haha, I found it, you know, like she thinks she's got to be in the front, she's got to be the best, you know, she's like, so she's like, there's some sort of like competitiveness here. 2 of Wands and the Queen of Cups. But this masculine can tell that this is actually a very soft, gentle feminine. So no matter how tough or whatever her exterior is, I'm getting posterior. There's something about the booty here, because this person chiseling away. Somebody could be very chiseled or like physically fit, but this feminine could, you know, be quite voluptuous, and maybe the masculine likes that. They like this. And I also am getting that one of you could have quite a few tattoos, because, you know, she's got all these faces and skulls and wings and crossbones, and see, it's like if you zoomed in, you would be like, oh, skull and crossbones, right? That could be scorpionic energy. But if you zoom out, it's very feminine. So there's something maybe androgynous about the feminine here. King of Cups and the Queen of Cups, though. That's a match. So you could share strong water placements. Let's get some letters, Spirit. Okay, so I was like, let's get some letters here because nothing was coming out. And it's the blank Scrabble card. So the only thing on here is 2014 Hasbro. Vapor. I don't know, I'm getting that. Let's see. We're just going to pull off the top here. So SJ, HT, and EK. This person might make you quite nervous. Eek. I'm getting like eek. TH. I mean, these could just be letters, confirmations, your name. For you, BUCK, Buck, which is the deer, which is Gemini. That is the Native American zodiac for Gemini. So that is the deer, which is the lovers, which we have right here at the center. I don't know why I did that accent, whatever that accent was. 2, yep, 2 of Cups, lovers, 2, 2, 2, 2. You might be seeing these, see 2 around everywhere. You might see things in pairs. What's the movie where like everything is in pairs? It's a girl, it's like a rom-com, and she's looking around and everybody's in pairs, even like the dogs and the birds, and she's like, ah! Could be a masculine that's doing that. And there's like the people on the two-seater bikes and stuff. It's like maybe you're seeing 2s everywhere, and instead of, because it might become frustrating, you're like, everybody's in pairs, everybody's paired. That's a confirmation. Those are synchronicities letting you know, like, it's coming. So don't let that get you discouraged, because that will pull you back from being that close to your person, and it will just delay this connection coming into union. The pink square flew over there in the Scorpio reading, so it won't be pink. That's the color it will not be. Green is the heart chakra. The heart chakra. Oh my gosh. Gotta open it up. All right. And speaking of, I'm gonna pull from the energy centers because their readings, I'm done with all the things I do here in the tray. So we'll get you something else so you don't feel shortchanged. Nourishment and vitamin therapy. Maybe that's something that you're looking into. But again, I feel like this is going to be a very nourishing, healing connection. It's going to be very healing to the heart chakra. This is how we connect. And so if somebody was raised where they were not taught how to connect, they never learned. Well, we all know how to connect when we're little, right? As pure little beings, we know how to connect. We know. We walk on our tippy toes, our bellies and our hearts are out. We know how to belly breathe. We accept prana because we don't know any better. And then once those around us, whomever they may be, our guardians, our primary caregivers, biological or otherwise, those primary influences, and then society later and lovers later that just kind of reverberate and replicate that initial energy that we are born into and raised around, just confirms all of that shit that we unlearn how to connect. So this is like relearning how to connect, and it's very sweet. They're playing board games, they're sitting on the floor. These are like 2 people who are just, they're creating a little space. Could be something with like smoking, because we do have the little golden pipe here. But that feels more like with the herbs, vitamin therapy. So you 2 might be very health conscious with that, you know, feeling chiseled. Somebody could be very health conscious, very much into physical fitness and health. But this is a different type of health and nourishment. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. May have been true in the 1800s, but it's not so today. From the time your food is picked to the time it gets to your dinner plate, it may have lost half to 3/4 of its nutrients. Okay, so this also is like ripe for the picking. Yeah, there's something very sensual and alluring about this connection, that it feels ripe for the picking. And the apple, it represents sin biblically, right? It's like, ooh, there's something that feels a little bit secretive about this. Why? Why? Tell me why. We'll pull from the Native American Tarot. It says us. It's a tractor trailer, but it says us with a period, and it's green letters. Us, period. No one else is going to understand this connection, so I think that you're not going to bother with trying to, maybe you're an unlikely pair, or there would be judgments about it. Who gives a fuck? 2, the Trapper. And I'm still learning this deck. Let me see what the Trapper is. It's not a... the Trapper. Oh, it's the 2 of Wands. Really? Why is it the Trapper? It seems like it would be a major arcana. Anyway, I'm still learning the deck. But anyway, 2 is major here, because it's just us. It's just you two, and it feels like it's you against the world. Not that you have to fight the world, but maybe you've always felt like that. It was you against the world, and now you've found a person that this makes me, it doesn't make you feel like you're alone. Maybe you felt like you were all alone your entire life, and this person it's like, finally, it's almost like they were like an imaginary friend that just came out of nowhere. So there's a lot of dream work about this person, getting dream works. So that is third eye and waterworks. Could be a lot of tears around this, because I am feeling really emotional, because I just love that these 2 people have found each other. And it's like they're coming from different times. I haven't seen it, but it's recommended to me a lot, several times, from an Aries friend. So there could be some Aries influence here. We do have the, I was going to say the Hanged Man, the Emperor. So that's Pisces energy and Aries, with the Emperor there. But this is like the movie, or it's a book. One of you could be a reader, and one of you could be like a film person. You know, one of you could be like very artsy, and the other person could be very literal and analytical, and one of you could be like super spiritualistic, and the other could be scientific. Like there's something very seemingly incompatible about you guys that nobody would ever put you 2 together, possibly. But it's like, you're at your core, your very nature is very healing. You know, and people who try to fix others or heal others, it's a need to fix and heal themselves. So if you're that type of person who's always rooting for the underdog and, you know, helping the wounded, or, you know, just that kind of selfless service, when it's directed toward those that are also truly empathic, like if you give it to people who are not empathic, they don't have that understanding of how to connect, it can dull and almost sever your sense of and your ability to connect with others from the heart chakra, because you stop walking with your belly out like a child, you stop playing and just expecting the world to be full of love. And you almost get to a very cynical place where you expect everything to be tragic. Maybe you've experienced a lot of tragedy, a lot of loss, a lot of things that hurt you. But the color gold is very important here. It's like all your broken pieces. It's kintsugi. Am I saying it right? The art of painting gold, like lining broken pottery with gold, and it makes it more beautiful. It's like all the broken pieces fit together. This is something about puzzles. With the board games here, yeah, maybe you and your person are going to do puzzles, but it's like this is your missing piece. You are each other's missing piece. And the picture that you create together is really beautiful. So, there's more to you than meets the eye. Yeah, you're both like underdogs. You've been misjudged a lot. And it's like you're from a different time. So, yeah, again, Outlander, I haven't seen that, but there is, and see, with that, that's a third party thing. Normally I would get a third party with these, but I don't. So if there is any there could be some sort of karmic interference, and maybe that karmic interference is the other people, and that's why you need to go keep this precious, keep it sacred, keep it secret, and not allow these other entities to influence the purity of this beautiful connection. That can also be, self-talk, old habits, attachments. You can't connect truly. Union in two. Well, I said what I said. It's happening. You can't truly connect if you are attached to anything else. So if there is any sort of third-party interference, if you but I feel like the masculine knows right away. They know right away. Just because you know doesn't mean that you necessarily behave like a divine counterpart, because you might be very tempted to, if you come from a rough background, checkered past, or anything like that, it's this type of love will, if it calls you to heal wounded parts of your heart chakra, you might say, and it's not something that you think out, it's just like a very human reaction to run from it or to try to sabotage it. Because if you've never felt worthy of love, because you were never given unconditional love, or you were told that you were unlovable, or or if you were abandoned, neglected, any sort of childhood wounding is going to be just dredged up, and it's going to come up full force, and it's going to trigger the fuck out of you both, possibly. So that's what happens with the twin flame connection. There's that moment where you get triggered and you have to go into a little bit of an isolation and do some final cord cutting, so that none of that gets in the way. None of that gets in the way. I don't read for third party. I don't read for anything other than monogamy. Okay? So if that's what you're looking for, you're not going to find it here. You're not going to find that shit here. Because that's not divine. Hate to break it to you. It might be real fun and taboo or whatever. But frankly, it's not divine. So, and that's what we read for here, because that's the only thing that actually fuels the individuals and fuels the collective, is divine energy. So, Sagittarius, yes, throw your birthday down in the comments. Say what you're doing for your birthday, or don't. Free will. I'm a Taurus, so I know there's no telling anybody what to do. Maybe you have Taurus placements. But hopefully there was something in here for you, and I appreciate your time and energy and support. And until next time, I wish you well.